up, guys? Small Fan 101 here, and just a quick update. I'm sorry I haven't been able uploading videos, but my sister's family came over last week, and I just didn't have enough time to really do any videos. Also, combined with the amount of college work I have to do, and still have to do. Got to play a little bit of catch up, but I am gonna try to keep up with you guys. Sorry if the video's all grainy. I'm filming this in a different room. Um, I had to, like, because my sister's family came over, they used my room to sleep in, and I had to rework my dresser into the spare bedroom, because it's just too small, for the whole family. So here we are. And hold on just a second. I have a I still have the notes I took from last week's, pretty much all of last week's reviews, including a little bit of Ring of Honor. Um, Not too much of Ring of Honor. I wasn't able to watch all of it, but I did watch enough. I figured out basically, I basically know everything that happened. Last week, unlike the previous one, was not that much of an eventful week. We had Monday Night Raw. Well, it was eventful storyline. It was eventful. Matches, saying it straight up right now, in terms of matches, there wasn't anything to look. There wasn't too much to look forward to. On the Lucha Underground side, there was, but their matches didn't go above a 3 stars, and they were only enjoyable because it was always so fast paced in the few minutes that it had, or something was always happening. It was always important. But as far as the show's matches were concerned, it wasn't, in terms of matches. It didn't really hold that much. I think the best match we got from Raw was freaking goddamn. We didn't get any good matches from Raw. We got a couple of decent matches, which was Jericho and Styles, who've by now formed the team Y2AJ, which is corny as all hell and just spells doom that Jericho is gonna turn heel. But I'll talk about more about that in my Raw review. Sorry, I just had a few hot dogs. We had the New Day face off against, which team they faced off? They faced off against Neville and the Lucha Dragons, which they handily won. So they're building up tension between New Day and League of Nations, but they're keeping New Day heels. How are they doing this? New Day heels, New Day faces? Are they tweeners? I don't know. I'm just going by matches. As far as matches goes, even on the TNA side, they had their lockdown event last week. Not on pay-per-view, on TV, which really hurt the show because they only had about 8 to 9 minutes each match to work very well. But I think storyline, something big happened every week. Let's see here. It's just really just in storyline. So maybe I should just go over the storyline, since the matches aren't really anything to look forward to, except for on the NXT side, American Alpha beating Blake and Murphy in what I thought was a very good match. Really enjoyable. God, this team is so awesome. They're like a lot of people say, and I've even said it myself, they're like the new version of the world's greatest tag team. Don't screw this up, WWE. Now, wow. From on the other side of things, Lucha Underground, of course, is a good show. It wasn't a great show like the past few weeks have been, but it was definitely a good show, more enjoyable than all the other shows. And the matches were good. Mundo and Cage was very good. The opening match was very good, which was, no, not the opening match. The second match, which was Killshot and King Cuerno, who's your not TNA, Lucha Underground, your triple. I keep thinking triple. What? Gift of God's Championship. That's what it is. But overall, it was really all about the storylines. With the exception of Ring of Honor, of course. We had Roderick Strong in one of his last Ring of Honor TV title reigns, defending it against a guy named Jonathan Gresham, who It was actually a very good match. I saw a few of the other matches in the show. They were all right, except maybe the main event. That was good, but that was the Roderick Strong. I think he defended it. It was the second to last time he defended it until he lost it recently to Tomohiro Ishii, a New Japan guy. Ironically enough, it gives me even more incentive to try to watch and review New Japan. I have seen Kenny Omega and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Absolutely amazing. These two guys. These two guys worked a freaking amazing match. One of the top matches of the year, easily. I think I just watched it like yesterday, and it was the shit. But really, it was the storylines that carried the shows this week. Last week. Last week, Shane McMahon came back after 6 years of inactivity. He left WWE in January 2010, and he was gone, and then he came back. He's penciled in. He's gonna face The Undertaker for control of Raw over the End of the Authority. Control of Raw versus the End of the Authority at WrestleMania against The Undertaker inside a Hell in a Cell match. There's several flaws to this a little bit, and I will get to that in my Raw review this week. I won't be able to get to it right now because I have a class pretty soon, so I'm kind of squeezing this out. And it was just very good. Also, reportedly, well, not reportedly, obviously, WWE thankfully changed their minds, and they have now scrapped the Brock Bray match and have built up Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose for WrestleMania. Something I very much enjoyed. They came across a magnificent formula. It was awesome. Let's hope they keep it that way. And I'm gonna say it right now, guys. After seeing last night's Raw, I don't think they're doing Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Not the direction they're going. The other major thing that happened, Triple H beat up Roman Reigns, and I will get into more. And Roman Reigns took some time off because he had to do some surgery on his nose for some reason. I'll get to more of the why this segment didn't work so well as you may have think it did, even though the crowds loved it. I'll get to why it didn't work on my Raw review when I get to that. TNA side of things, in terms of storyline, we did have a big storyline thing this week. Rockstar Spud turned heel against EC3, the newly turned face. And this heel turn actually makes sense because last year, soon after lockdown, Rockstar Spud got his head shaved in front of his UK crowd by EC3 in what was by far both the best matches of both men's careers. And it was just freaking amazing. It was fantastic. And when EC3 turned heel, they played its storyline. They played it like it was real. Just because usually when you turn face, in the norm of wrestling, automatically every face who used to hate you all of a sudden likes you. And in this case, not so much. Rockstar Spud was kind of indifferent. He reluctantly teamed with him, but then at the end of lockdown during their match, Spud is like, screw this. I can't take it anymore. I need to get revenge on this guy. That's exactly what he did during his world title match with Matt Hardy. In terms of NXT, not so much build. It was just a decent show last week, and but it did build up probably a match soon between Eva Marie and Bayley again or something. I don't know what they're building up to. Although next week, not tomorrow night, but next week we're going to get that awesome 2 out of 3 falls match that everyone's been hearing about between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I cannot wait to see that. Afterwards, and of course this was Bull Dempsey's last NXT show, which he got mocked by. Keep in mind, he got mocked by Tommaso Ciampa, who's been playing face up to this point, and Ciampa just mocked him. So I guess once you leave, obviously you get. I can't. I have to think this is a Vince McMahon call because this is something only Vince McMahon would do. He cannot fathom someone leaving a company at all. He cannot fathom someone doing that. When that happens, he usually mocks them in some way, shape, or form. I don't usually see Triple H doing that unless this was supposed to build heat on Ciampa, make him more of a relative wrestler on NXT. If that was the case, I can understand. Um, Next we got Lucha Underground, and I'm not. I already did my Ring of Honor part, so I'm not gonna do that. Lucha Underground, and I did not do SmackDown. Lucha Underground, we got a couple things. We got, of course, good promo packages, but not nearly as much as we usually get. Famous B is now like a mock car salesman, and he really played the role well. I actually fast forwarded briefly because I thought it was another commercial, but then when I saw the El Rey Network on the side, I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, it's Famous B. I actually enjoyed it. It was very fun. All the matches were fun. Jack Evans beat PJ Black after Drago interfered, inadvertently hitting Black when he was aiming for Evans. Tejano lost in a gauntlet match against Chavo Guerrero and the Crew, which was Cortez Castro and Mr. Cisco, because dirty finishes and all that. And I think the big storyline draw this week was two things. One, Mil Muertes fighting Katrina and demanding some kind of title shot or some kind of opportunity. I forget exactly what it was. And the debut of Taya Valkyrie, I think was her name. She's from AAA. She is a very good wrestler, from what I've heard. I can't wait to see her on Lucha Underground. And I can trust that she's a very good. She might be a very good wrestler because she's Canadian. It seems like Canada always gives birth to great wrestlers. The Hart family, Bret, Owen, and the others. Tyson Kidd, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Gail Kim, Lance Storm, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit. I could name others. The Dynamite. No, it's not the Dynamite Kid. He was English. But Taya Valkyrie was also Canadian. And on top of that, she was trained by Lance Storm. Number 2, trained by Lance Storm. So I can't wait. I'm going to love when she gets in the ring and kicks some ass. I can't wait to see Rey Mysterio in the ring. So it was overall a decent show in terms of wrestling last week, but it was really all about the storylines and what was going on, and that really took a huge turn. So with that said, guys, I'll see you later in my Raw review. Someone 101 out.